Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Brothers and sisters, what's going on? I just sounded wrong. Brothers and sisters, yeah. Brothers and sisters. That just sounded wrong. Anyway, what's going on? It's been a while. 2 whole weeks. That's a long time for me. Boy, 2 weeks is a long time. For me, I usually go live every single week, at least once or twice a week. But last week things got hectic. On my weekend. It's not really the weekend, but basically on when I don't work, when I don't the 2 days I didn't have work, I was basically like I literally came home from work and then a few hours later had to leave. We left town for a few days and then came back. And then by the time I came back that night, I had work, so there was just absolutely no time to stream this previous week. But alhamdulillah, we're back. Alhamdulillah. These last 2 weeks have been absolutely crazy, crazy in terms of da'wah here at Da'wah Over Dunya. For mainly one reason, wa alaikum assalam, keyboard warrior. Uh, Obviously, I announced it publicly on Clubhouse, but I'm doing it. I announced it publicly on in some YouTube posts and some text posts, but I'm going to say it right now on camera. I have officially started a TikTok. Yes, that's right. We are officially on TikTok. Been about 2 weeks, right? About 2 weeks on TikTok for those who haven't noticed. You see the whoopsie. Walaikum assalam, USA. Call you Tab. Oh, brother, that's Brother Tab. Okay, cool. Good to know. Link. Oh, the link to my TikTok. No problem. I'll get that in a second. Now you see, it's been absolutely crazy how much has I literally like 3-4 weeks ago. I would have thought if you told me, hey Rumsey, you should start a TikTok, I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm good. I thought I wouldn't be able to handle it. But you know what? A couple of very dear folks, dear Muslim brothers and sisters, kind of I'm not gonna say bullied me into it, but they convinced me that it was worth it. Let's see here. Don't let TikTok pull you down. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. Look, it's not for everyone. Look, that's a good point, actually. TikTok, I would say, is definitely not for everyone. Okay, I'll be honest. It's not an app I would necessarily encourage people to get. If you already have it, go ahead and follow Dao Over Dunya. But if you don't have the app, it's not an app I would recommend you download. I don't know if that sounds hypocritical or not, but it's just like for those of you like who already have a TikTok, like the damage is done, right? If you don't have a TikTok, don't bother. Let me actually go ahead and funny. I've actually never done this. I've only been looking at it on my phone. If you guys have seen my community posts that I've been putting on my channel, you guys have seen some of the updates right now. Some of the updates that we've had. We've actually had some pretty good growth. So there's two things I want to mention. One is the TikTok, and two, also this channel. We've actually grown pretty significantly the last week, right? We essentially gained like 100+ subscribers in the previous week, something along those. No, sorry, maybe not that many, but we gained easily like today in the last 24 hours, we must have gained like 20. And the day before that, yeah, like yesterday, we probably gained like 15. The day before that, we probably gained another 15. Now, that may not sound like a big deal to a lot of people, like 15 subscribers, another 15, another 20. Guys, mind you, I was getting like 2 to 3 subscribers a week for several months straight, or for a number of months straight, right? I would like at the very beginning when I uploaded this channel, when I started this channel, there were a couple of instances where I got like a decent number of like a steady increase. Like, okay, I upload a video, one of the brothers in the Dawah shares it, I'll get 40, 50 subscribers. Another time there was like 80 subscribers I gained. But other than some very outlier moments, the growth of my channel has just been like very, very subtle, very, it's been steady, but very slow. But the last like week maybe, it's the rate at which it's growing is going much faster. Like I will put it this way. I went to sleep last night and woke up with like 10 more subscribers. That has pretty much never happened to me before, right? I would have, on a normal day, like 3 months ago, I would have been shocked if I had 2 more subscribers or 3 more subscribers. So when I find out that, oh, so every time I look at my phone, like let's say, like if I look at my phone now, like we are at currently, let's see, what are we at right now? We are currently at 827 subscribers. I was at like 757 a few days ago, right? So, the growth is growing much better. I mean, at this rate, inshallah, than that for sure. Inshallah, we're going to reach 1,000 subscribers very soon. I was thinking it was going to take at least another 2 months, but at this rate, it might not even take that long. Allahu A'lam, we'll see. But now, enough about that. Let's get to the actual. Let's get to the juicy stuff. Let's get to the TikTok because I do want to get into that. Oh boy, 1 second. Oh, this lighting is terrible. You know what? That's okay. Oh boy. Let me know how you guys are doing in the live chat right now. There we go. This should work. Interesting. Verification is really annoying. All right. View profile. Okay, now let me. So I got it onto the computer. TikTok is really weird on the computer. It makes much more sense. Like it just looks much better on the phone. But regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Just give me 1 second. I almost forgot how to do this. It's been 2 whole weeks. All right. By the way, guys, I'll put out the link for you guys to come and join me on stream in just a second if you guys would like. Share screen. Sorry, wait, guys, 1 second. There we go. Yep. Okay. So check it out, guys. Check it out. Alhamdulillah. This is the TikTok account that I started I think today's day number 15, if I'm not mistaken. Now, take a look at this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in. Sorry, wait. Bear with me 1 second. So take a look. In just about 15 days, we got 252 followers. Alhamdulillah. We got almost 4,000 likes, guys. Look at this. 3,800 likes in just under it's 15 days. So just a hair over 2 weeks. I mean, that's insane. Alhamdulillah. This is all thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's absolutely incredible. And, for those of you guys who don't have TikTok, but obviously are watching me on YouTube, you guys have probably noticed me posting a lot more frequently. In fact, I've been posting every single day the last 15 days. It's been an absolute grind. 15 days straight, every single day. There were even a couple days where I uploaded twice, right? Some uploads were slightly better than others, but who cares, right? They were all great. It's 3:55 a.m., so I'm not usually up when Ramsey's live. Hey man, look, in my defense, I just finished submitting an essay, like literally just before I came on, like literally like less than 20 minutes before I came on, I was submitting an essay for my English class, right? Hopefully, inshallah, it's the last English class I'll ever have to take in my life, literally, right? Just one last prerequisite before I transfer somewhere to another university, and mind you, that's actually what I was doing recently. That's actually why I wasn't able to stream last week, because we went and we visited the university that I got accepted to, and inshallah I will be attending. So make dua, inshallah, everything goes well, inshallah, because a lot of things can go wrong with that, but inshallah, we're gonna make it, inshallah. Let me fix this. There we go. Now, if you guys notice, if you actually click on some of these, like if you look at it, that right there, if you guys watch me on YouTube, these are all on YouTube as well. Now, let me actually, I need to address something. The way TikTok works is you can stitch pieces, like a 5-second clip from another video onto your video, and that's how people make response videos, right? So you can basically take a 5-second clip from some other person's video, put it onto your TikTok, and then you can record yourself and respond to it. The problem is TikTok only lets you do like 5-second stitches. In other words, you can only take like 5 seconds, literally about 5 seconds, maybe I think exactly 5 seconds from other people's TikToks. Now, 5 seconds is nothing, right? It usually takes, 20, 30 seconds at least for people to make an argument, right? So, when I don't want to just post 5 seconds of the argument. So when I went to go and make these TikToks, I had to actually like do some troubleshooting, be like, how can I find a way to get pretty much as long of a clip as I need to respond to it, make adequate responses? Because if you guys notice, like, look, listen, here's an example. This is the one I posted literally like just a few hours ago. That's already, of God it's the already Father, at 1,000 views. Hold up, wait. Let me know if you guys can hear it, by the way. Just let me know.
He's independent of God the Father. That's two ultimate independent existences, meaning two gods.
Oh, Jesus' divinity is not dependent to the Father. And you said if Jesus is independent, then there is two gods because they are existing at the same time. Of course not, because that's the point of the Trinity. And the scriptures clearly says that there is only one God, one essence that exists in three distinct persons, not three gods.
So you've conceded that there are at least two ultimate independent existences, which, by the way, is the definition of two gods, because only God by definition is fully 100% independent. And you think by saying that's the point of the Trinity and quoting the Bible is going to solve that problem? At best, that proves that the Bible teaches an illogical, contradicting concept. At this point, I think it might be better for you to just appeal to mystery.
Our natural human minds are not enough to understand it.
He's independent.
So there you go. So, but now, no, did you guys notice when you watched the video? I mean, alhamdulillah, I hope you guys liked it. But not just that. When you, oh, sorry, let me put up. I'm sorry, guys. Let me put out the link to StreamYard. There you guys go. Go ahead and click the link and stream in the YouTube live chat if you guys want to come on. Now, if you guys notice from this TikTok, how long was that guy speaking? More than 5 seconds, that's for sure, right? That was way more than 5 seconds of a clip that I responded to, right? It just 5 second clip wouldn't have worked. Now, the trick of the I guess you could say social media life hack that I used to basically I didn't do anything illegal, just so you guys know. No pirating, nothing weird like that. Didn't do anything illegal like that. The way it works is, what I do is, see, I have a YouTube channel, and on YouTube, you can make YouTube shorts, as you guys already know. Now, the things you can do in shorts and the things you can do in TikToks are slightly different. They each have their advantages and disadvantages. You have to work your way around them. So in TikTok, you can only take 5 second clips from other videos. In YouTube, you can take as long of a clip as you like. You can take up to 60 seconds, in fact. Up to 60 seconds of a clip from any YouTube video or from any video you download, right? Now, the issue is, on TikTok, it gives you a time limit of like 3 minutes. On YouTube Shorts, it only gives you a time limit of 1 minute, which is usually enough, but it complicates things. TikTok doesn't let you, for example, take 5 seconds of a clip from this video, and then you record yourself responding to it. And then you can take 5 seconds from another video and then record yourself responding to that. You can't do that. On TikTok, at the most you can do in terms of a response video is take a 5 second clip from some other TikTok and then record yourself responding. That's it. There's no room you can add effects to it. You can add transitions, but you can't actually you can't be very creative in terms of, how do I say this? In terms of responding content. You can't do that. Whereas on YouTube Shorts, what you can do, you can take a 20-second clip from that YouTube video, incorporate and put it in your short, and then record yourself, and then you can take another a 25-second clip or a 30-second clip from another video, any other video, incorporate that. You can take as many clips as you want, as long as it's within 60 seconds. You can take as many clips as you want from as many videos as you want and incorporate them and switch them around however you like. So there's much more versatility, much more you can do, much more creativity you can add in responding when you do a YouTube short. So then, the question then becomes is, okay, well, how do you get videos from TikTok on YouTube on a TikTok? Well, if you actually have the TikTok app, there actually is a button you can actually press. It says save video. So you can actually save videos onto your camera roll, like onto your phone. And then when it comes to taking videos from YouTube and then putting them onto TikTok, I have an app. It's called, I'll share the app with you. It's called Video Saver. That's what it's called. That's the app I use where basically it's very easy. I think I paid one small fee a while ago, but so I can have it forever. Basically, you can take videos off of YouTube, download them onto your phone for free. Well, you pay for the app like one small fee, but pretty much but you have it for the rest of your life. You take a video off of YouTube, put it onto your phone, and then from there you can share it onto TikTok, right? But and of course, when you put it on TikTok, the only thing you have to do from there is basically make a thumbnail because you can't really do. That's another thing you can't do on YouTube Shorts. You can't really make your own thumbnail. You can't be creative with that. But on TikTok, you can make your own creative thumbnail, and then add all your hashtags. That's a big thing because it's hashtags make the world of a difference on TikTok. Not as much on YouTube. They do, but not as much as they do on TikTok. And we got Ali the Stoic on the panel. Ali, what's up, man? Assalamu
alaikum salam. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling like a villain. Hold on a second. Psychor, what do you mean by mansplaining? What are you talking about, man? I don't know. So Ali, have you been keeping up with the TikTok, or do you have TikTok? I don't know if you do.
Yeah, actually, I do have TikTok, and I actually have been keeping up with it somewhat. So yeah, is there a particular video you want to show?
Well, no. So firstly, what I was doing right now, I was just introducing the TikTok to everyone because some people are familiar with it. Now, mind you. So check this out. We're at 3,800 likes, 15 days. I think that's amazing. Alhamdulillah. 252 followers. That's good after 2 weeks. Again, that means because here's the thing, guys. I want to get to 1,000 followers so we can do lives on TikTok. We can't do lives on TikTok until we have 1,000. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. Oh, you can buy 1,000 followers for like $25. No. For me, I care more about quality over quantity. I do care about quantity simply for the fact that you need 1,000 to do a TikTok live. But I want real followers. I want real followers who follow my content for real. I don't want 1,000. I don't even know how that works. Is it 1,000 bots or is it 1,000 real followers? I don't know how it works, to be honest. But I believe that if you have good content, it's not as easy. But just to be clear, I'm not judging anyone who bought their first 1,000 followers. I'm not just to be clear, I'm not like throwing you under the bus. If you're someone out there who does TikTok and you bought your first 1,000 followers, it's, you do whatever you want. But me personally, it just wasn't my thing. I wanted to do my best to try to get videos to go viral, but to do well on my own naturally, to try to get followers naturally. And alhamdulillah, it's working fairly well. 15 days, 252 followers. That means we're just 2 weeks. We're already a quarter of the way there. And mind you, it's going to grow exponentially, inshallah, right? So wait, may you get, here we go. May you get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah. Yes, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. I definitely think we can do it. I was pretty sure we could do it before, but now I know for a fact it is a possibility. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah, we will reach 1,000 subscribers. Again, inshallah. You got to say inshallah. Please make dua. But inshallah, bi'idhnillah, with your guys' dua, we will reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before the end of the year. And inshallah, bi'idhnillah, if we make dua, inshallah, we will reach 1,000 followers on TikTok before the end of the year. I think we can do it. I think we can definitely do it. If we can get 252 in 2 weeks, 15 days, we can definitely get to 1,000 within the next 2.5 months. No problem at all. Let's see here. I'm kidding about you're explaining it. Some people might call that mansplaining. Oh, I see. Fair. No, it's cool for that. I'm calling you out. Let's see here. So, yeah, Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Just rise and grind. I like that. I like that name. Just rise and grind. That sums up the last 2 weeks actually for me. Just rising and grinding. Just rise, grind and fall. Rise, grind and fall. I'm either at work lifting boxes or I'm on TikTok, making TikToks. But yeah, that's cool. All right, that's cool. That was nice. So, putting that to the side, hope you guys seeing that. If you guys want to react, so actually, let me ask you, Adi. So, do you want to react to some of the TikTok? Because the thing is, if you guys follow me on YouTube and you've watched all my shorts, you got all of these are on my YouTube channel, right? There's nothing on my TikTok that's not on YouTube, as far as I'm aware. So, do you guys want to react to any particular TikToks? Do you guys want to watch? Do you guys want to react to a particular debate or a particular video that I found, or videos or debates? What do you guys want to do? Because we're catching up here, guys. Because I missed you guys last week, so I'm catching up with you guys.
Actually, there was this one TikTok I don't know who it was. There was somebody one of your questions that you posed. This one person who was trying to challenge about the 6 days, 7 days kind of thing, how he thought it was 8 days.
Yes.
Let's go for me too. That's something everyone should know.
So this one surprisingly didn't actually do as great as some of the other ones. I mean, this one, the one I uploaded just a couple hours ago, has already over 1,000. This one from yesterday has less than 500. I mean, you can't get them all, but that's okay. I wasn't actually going to respond to this one because I felt like, because mind you guys here, the thing with TikTok is so if any of you guys who are obviously we're all on YouTube right now, any of you guys who are on Clubhouse also know this. The caliber of arguments, the caliber of challengers is much higher on YouTube and especially on Clubhouse as well. The standards are much higher in terms of your arguments, your knowledge, this, that, the other. On TikTok, it's very surface level. Like it takes, like, I'm a lay person. We're all lay people here, but this is like lay person squared. You get what I'm saying? This is like people like, it's basically, if you can handle yourself on Clubhouse, if you can handle yourself on YouTube, you can most certainly rule the world on TikTok, right? That's basically not rule the world, but you can definitely get by very well on TikTok. If you can handle yourself on YouTube or on Clubhouse or on Twitter or on most other social media platforms, because TikTok is the caliber of intellect there is very low, very low. So maybe that's why this particular video didn't do it, or this TikTok didn't do as well, because the argument's a little bit slightly intellectual, a little bit higher. But in any case, I decided to respond to it because his video does have a significant number of views, and it's an argument I've heard before against the Quran. So I thought, why not? This is essentially the argument about was the universe created in 6 days or 8 days? Let's take a look. Yes, Keyboard Warrior on TikTok. It's right here. Here we go.
In this verse, you'll see that the 7 heavens were made in 2 days. Now, in this verse, the Quran says the earth was made in 2 days. Put another little 2 up there. Now, in this verse, it says the mountains and all animals and creatures were made in 4 days. So we got 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. Now in this verse, it says that the heavens and the earth and all things in between were made in 6 days.
Allah created the earth in 2 days. He created everything on it in 4 days. And then everything in the universe was completed 2 years after that, which equals 6. Just like if I was to say, I got a certificate in 2 years, I got a degree in 4 years, and my master's 2 years after that. That's a total of 6, not 8. No contradiction.
So it actually took me a long time to make that, because I kept on recording it, but I kept on thinking, because mind you, that clip, this is like, again, where the limit comes in terms of like how much you can do. That clip you guys saw, as you can see from that guy, from that TikToker, it was a fairly long clip. It was 40, it was more than 30 seconds long, which you wouldn't possibly be able to do just on TikTok by itself. I had to get the video. I had to download his video from TikTok onto my phone, make the short on YouTube, using that long clip because YouTube lets you use a very long clip like that, and then record my response and so on and so forth. So anyway, it took me a long time. Actually, I recorded myself a number of different times doing this because I was trying to get it to, because I had such a short, but then one of the issues this is the shortcoming of YouTube, although you can be more creative, it gives you less time, only about a minute. TikTok gives you up to 3 minutes. So I only had like 15 seconds to make the refutation. I wanted to make it simple, easy to understand, but short, which is, it's very difficult because, this is a fairly detailed argument, right? With a number of verses in detail. So, but then eventually I thought of this example. Oh, wait, the one I just gave right there. If you go to university, I got I got my certificate in 2 years, got my degree in 4 years, and then earned my master's 2 years after that. Now, basically, you guys all can clearly understand that to be 6 years, but, with the Quran, so that example, alhamdulillah, I thought of that by the grace of Allah. That, I think, made the argument very clear, the refutation very clear, without me having to go through every single verse, this, that, the other. But yet again, I'm not sure why the video didn't do as well. I mean, maybe it's because it was on the intellectual, a little bit too, how do I say this? Too not complicated, but it was just not simple enough, I guess. I don't know. But, you can't get every.
It could also be some videos take longer than usual. By all means, eventually,
maybe
I'm gonna start watching it. So,
well, here's the thing, actually. So, me actually, and a good friend of mine, we actually I have a friend of mine who I kind of have go through my TikTok sometimes and give me suggestions of what I say. And by the way, you guys are all welcome to send me suggestions. Let me know what you guys think. Give me feedback. I'm taking it. But one of the people who actually bullied me into starting my TikTok, what happened was I asked this person, basically, like, what do you think? Do you think this is a little too intellectual? And they were like, not too intellectual, but it is a little bit more detailed than some people might like. So that could be it. And then one other thing we did notice over the last 2 weeks was there were certain times of the day where my TikToks would grow a lot faster than other times. For example, there were days where I would upload a TikTok at like lunchtime, not lunchtime, a little bit like maybe 3 p.m. And it would get, by the time, I know, Psychor, bullied, quote unquote bullied, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what do you call it? So basically, one thing we learned was that you can't really judge how well a TikTok is done until about 12 hours after. Now you might why 12 hours? Well, there were days where I would upload a video for I would upload at like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And then it would, by the time like 6 p.m. would roll around, it would have like 200, 300 views. And then by the time I get off, and then at midnight, which is when I have lunch because I work graveyard, when I check my phone, it's over 1,000 views. What? Right? So, there are different times of the day where it seems like, I mean, for me, this time actually right now is when, like between, I would say 6 p.m. and midnight, I don't know why, is when I tend to get the most views on TikToks, right? It also depends on the time you upload. I realized there was a TikTok I uploaded at like 4 a.m. It did okay, but it didn't do nearly as good as the rest. So we're still here.
Also for TikTok, it depends on what your hashtag is. How many hashtags do you have? How many different things?
The thing is, though,
So
I
also
actually that's actually a very good point. I actually spent like the first 3 or 4 TikToks trying to find the best hashtags, and I did. I had good, even from the very first TikTok, I had good hashtags. But if you guys watch like my last like 5 or 6 TikToks all have the same hashtags, because I came up with a very solid list of like, I have no idea. Look, let's see.
Independent of God the Father.
All of these right here. And there might actually be even like 2 or 3 more I might add. I actually thought of earlier today. But I'll still gotta look into some things. But basically, some of these I found on my own. Some of them were sent to me like as suggestions, some of these I mean, make the world of a difference. I mean, I have to.
Father.
So, the hashtags, that's something we're learning. When to upload, that's something we're learning. When the views come in the most, that's what we're learning. What gets views and what gets more views. All of these things, it's a real troubleshooting process. And, alhamdulillah, it's going well. We're definitely, despite all of the learning we're having to do, making good progress. 15 days, 252 followers, 3,800 likes, things like that. So, definitely got a lot to learn. My most viewed TikTok is actually this one right here, this one on the right. And this honestly was one of my favorites to make. It might actually be my favorite to make. Listen carefully.
How should I be a good Muslim? I'll leave Christianity. I'll leave Christianity in front of everybody right now. If you can show me how I can go to heaven for sure through Islam.
Watch this. Whoever dies without calling upon a partner besides Allah will enter paradise. Bukhari 4497. Something tells me, though, he's not actually going to leave Christianity.
How should
I'm trying so hard
That
to
was
be triggered
just,
right.
bro. When I saw that, bro, I was like, it feels like cheating. It felt like cheating doing that. I was like, but are you risked your entire Christianity on a question like that? Like, dude. I was like, when I saw that, bro, I was like, bro, I'm jumping on this. And I did. No, Psychor, no, this isn't the Cleveland Street Preacher. This is that's good guess, but no, it's I actually, be honest, I've never actually met. I don't know, is this guy's Milkshake Man? Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm looking at this right here. You guys can't see it, but it says Milkshake Man 133. Yeah, no, this is not the Cleveland Street Preacher. Cleveland Street, actually, I don't even know if he's on TikTok. He might be, but yeah. And funny enough, we even have we have in the comment section and a lot of these TikToks has been absolutely hilarious, bro. Like, we got this guy here. I was Muslim for 17 years of my life. I began to question my religion back in 2020. There's just so much contradiction, right? Like, I can't say how many comments I get like that, where it's just nothing. People, like, I got a comment saying something like, sorry, I don't know if this was on YouTube or on TikTok, but basically I posted a TikTok and someone just randomly like, dude, just repent, accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. I'm just like, guys, you want to respond to what I said in the TikTok or the YouTube? Do you guys want to, like, what's going on here, guys? I mean, you just basically copy and paste the same message. Go to Muslim videos, copy paste the same video or same comment. It's just stupid, man. Absolutely ridiculous. No, it is absolutely 100% Psychor. Like, just to be clear, I want to make this clear, guys. That TikTok right there you guys just saw, that doesn't prove Islam is true. And that doesn't make Christianity false. That by itself, that TikTok by itself, that argument, it doesn't. I just wanted to show, it was just kind of like
Screams sincerity.
Yeah.
Because it screams that you have an agenda. Because first of all, and again, like, I would agree, that doesn't necessarily say what Islam is true, nor does it say Islam is false. It doesn't say Christianity is true, nor is Christianity. It doesn't say that Christianity is false. But however, what it does say is the person had an agenda. The fact that he's basing his entire faith on something that is not determined whether or not the faith is true anyway says a lot that he has a clear agenda. Says a lot that, first of all, he has an incorrect agenda. He has an incorrect agenda because, again, that's why I really don't. That's one that really kind of irritates me when people say, "Well, Islam has no assurance of salvation." I really can't stand that. It really does. It really does irritate the mess out of me.
No, it does. It definitely does. Look, like I said, it doesn't prove Islam, doesn't disprove Christianity. All it does, I just took advantage of it. It was just funny. It literally was just funny. That's all. The guy thought he was smart. And so the message is just don't be too cocky. Don't be too cocky, and don't be a jahid about what you talk about, or don't talk about what you're a jahid about. Let me see here. Okay. Now, what else here? This one over here. That one is my most viewed. Has 10,300 views right here. This is my second most viewed TikTok. This is actually, so guys, mind you, all of these are on YouTube. But here's the thing. Some of them, like some of these earlier ones, were from YouTube that I put onto TikTok. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, most of my, like, of the last 5-6 TikToks, all but one of them, they were from TikTok that I put onto YouTube. So there were some where I kind of went like this, like I kind of switched, I kind of flip flopped. As far as I'm aware, most of them are. Sorry, my sister was talking to my mom. As far as I'm aware, most of these, most of the, okay. So basically, as far as I could see, most of these are essentially something I put onto YouTube first, and I put it on TikTok. What I would do, like I said, most of them, I take a video from TikTok, use it to make a YouTube short, and then I put that YouTube short onto TikTok, right? And of course, when I'm on TikTok, there are there are different steps involved in both. When you do it on YouTube, that's where you actually edit the clips to fit, because you can't do it on TikTok. And then when you put it on TikTok, that's where you put the hashtags. That's where you can add captions. That's one convenient thing about TikTok. You can add captions. So, it's something it's not hard to learn to do, but it's something you do kind of have to troubleshoot for yourself. It didn't take me long, but alhamdulillah, like if I didn't have a YouTube channel already, I don't know how I would have been able to do response videos that adequate, because there's no way you can only include 5. I just don't think it's possible to do an adequate response video when you can only include 5 seconds from someone else's video. You need to show their entire argument and show their evidence and then respond to it thoroughly. No, yeah, that's actually a good point, Keyboard Warrior. That's a very good point. So not only is that good because basically not only is it a good thing because basically I get to put it on 2 platforms to grow Dawah over Dunya. But not only that, if say A'udhu Billah, if TikTok account gets banned or something happens on YouTube, at least you have all those shorts saved in both places. So it's a good insurance policy. Besides us on YouTube, don't do TikTok. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, most as far as I'm aware, well, I don't know if it's most of you guys, I'm pretty sure, don't do TikTok. Ali, you said you do. Most of you guys probably don't do TikTok, which is, again, totally understandable. If you don't have TikTok, it's not something I would encourage you download. If you've already downloaded and the damage is done, okay, well then follow me on TikTok. That's how I see it. Let me actually look. I have a number of notifications. Let me actually see. Let me actually take a look at these.
The funny thing is, even though I say I have a TikTok, for the most part, I haven't been active on there in months, because I remember the first thing I started doing a verse of the day, every day talking about a specific verse and just mentioning a specific verse, just like as a reminder, basically. And alhamdulillah, it got me, I think within the first 2 days, it got me literally around 18 followers, at least 18 followers. And then for some reason,
how did you get 18 followers?
Huh?
What did you do to get those?
I just posted a verse of the day, literally and this is, again, when I say I've been on TikTok, I literally had 2 days, and then I stopped going on TikTok because, again, I'm not necessarily someone who likes social media.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But now that I think about it, I should actually get back to it, because, again, you're right. Because these days, unfortunately, people, including Muslims, the youth, they are getting into these social media websites, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's even TikTok. So it's as Muslims, yes, we can try to discourage, we can try to warn people to, hey, limit your content on social media, limit going on social media. But to those that don't necessarily follow that, to those that don't necessarily limit or halt their social media usage, let's make sure what the stuff that they're watching or the stuff that they're viewing is stuff that's beneficial. That's why I do like the fact that Dawah of Dunya, EA Dawah, Hamza's Den, they're getting more involved with YouTube streaming side and TikTok as well, because, again, it's all about
when we start doing lives, TikTok lives, that's gonna be epic, bro. It's gonna be epic. Right now, as you can see, doing response videos, response TikToks, bro. When we get to YouTube lives, that's where like lay folks who don't know jack squat about these topics, that's where they love to walk in and see it and try to like try to talk to you about these things. And bro, it's gonna be weird. Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it or if I'm gonna hate it, because I'm like, the level of intellect here is so that's not to say that I have a high intellect, guys, just to be clear. But I mean, it's just that low. It's so low. It's like lower than the low, right? So, you know, I don't know if that's something I'm going to enjoy or something I'm going to despise. Maybe both. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But we got to get to those 1,000 followers first. So first we got to do that. If you're on TikTok, follow Dawa Over Dunya. If you're on YouTube, also follow Dawa Over Dunya. All that good stuff.
Hashtag all the smoke.
Exactly, all that stuff. Hashtag Dawa Over Dunya is going to have its own hashtag. It's going to be like the biggest hashtag ever. In a couple of years, we'll see, inshallah. I actually want to, inshallah. I do want to, however, point out that, like, here, let me actually, you know, I want to get you guys' thoughts on. So, what do you guys think of these thumbnails? Do you guys think these thumbnails are? I don't know why that's so small. I don't know why this. Okay, so, oh wait, I see the issue. I see. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe it's because I zoomed in. I don't know why on my phone. See, the way these thumbnails look is a bit strange, because on my phone, the thumbnails, like for example, if you look at this right here, look at the first TikTok on the left. It says 2 gods or 2 gods. That right there, this is essentially basically like, it looks a lot. The word bubble looks a lot smaller here than it does on my phone. Like on my phone, it's you guys can't see it. It's you can't see it. Basically, it takes up almost the entire picture. Whereas here, it's very small, so that's weird. Islam is winning. Jerusalem Jim. Sorry, Jerusalem Jim. Are you? I'm confused. What's so funny? I don't know. What do you call it? Wait. I think he's talking about. He's commenting on this right here. This TikTok right here. Islam is winning. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, Jerusalem Jim. Let me enlighten you. Missionaries want you to believe that the only reason Islam is the fastest growing religion is because of birth rates. Fake news. Islam, unlike Christianity, actually has a net increase because of religious switching, whereas Christianity has a huge net decrease in terms of religious switching. So sorry, Christians, Islam wins in this case as well. Missionaries want you to believe that the only reason Islam...
I would actually argue that Christianity is severely dependent on birth rate, because how many Christians do you and I talk to?
Hold up a second. Hold on. Jerusalem Jim, he says 900 million Muslims left and dropping fast. 900 million Muslims left Islam. You realize Muslims make up about 1.8 billion of the world. So you're literally telling us that 50% of the Muslims left Islam and no one noticed. Anyway, Ali, go on.
This is that moment we would just say, anyways.
Right, bro, 900 million people. That's literally that is literally half of the Muslim population, give or take. Right?
Yeah,
that's like 1/8 of the world, or one.
I think Jerusalem Jim watched Avengers and he thought Thanos snapped half of the Muslims away.
I don't know, man. This is
something like that.
Maybe he added an extra 0, but even 90 million, I would still need a reference for that.
I know, right? It's like the blip. Anyways,
yeah.
So hashtag you should have gone for the head, but whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I would actually argue that it's actually Christianity that's a lot more dependent on birth rates, because how many Christians do you and I talk to that are born and raised in the church? Literally, from most of what they know is because for going 3-4 years old, they were born and raised. Now, that's when we look at how many people convert to Christianity. And that's when we go into conversion rates. Because again, Islam is the fastest growing religion. Is the fastest growing religion. More people are reverting or converting reverting to Islam than any other religion too. That means, what does that mean? That means despite your upbringing, when you talk about, okay, if you had an education, if you get yourself educated properly on something that you were not raised with, which makes more sense, because when you do that, it's a little bit more difficult because you already have your preconceived disposition, your preconceived notion, something you assume to be true, and then that challenges what you know to be true. So when all the people get challenged with that, they find Islam to be more logical. They find Islam to be more making sense. They find Islam to be true than Christianity. So again, I would actually say that it's actually that those claims that people keep saying about Islam because of birth rate, that's actually upon themselves with Christianity, not Islam.
No, look, I mean, look, you guys can, okay, let me actually show it again. You guys can find it on Pew Research, but because I took the screenshot from Pew Research. But wait, hold on, let me actually go through all the. Okay, yeah. Let's watch it again one more time. Islam is the fastest growing religion is because of birth rates. Fake news. Islam, unlike Christianity, actually has a net increase because of religious switching, whereas Christianity has a huge net decrease in terms of religious switching. So sorry, Christians, Islam wins in this case as well. Missionaries want you to believe that So there you go. So basically, Islam. Now, guys, just to be clear, I want to make this clear. Yes, birth rates are the number one reason why the population known as Muslims is increasing. Of course, 100%. There are a lot more Muslim people who are born than a lot more people who convert to Islam. Obviously, no doubt. However, here's the thing. Missionaries like Jay Smith, like others, I've seen in debates on YouTube, other places, have said basically that's the only reason why Islam is winning. But Christianity, on the other hand, nope. Our conversion rates are through the roof. Our conversion rates are much better than Islam. That's the picture they want to paint. Basically, yeah, Islam is the fastest growing religion, but it's no big deal. But it's nothing. It's not it doesn't mean anything because it's just birth rates. But our conversion rates are much better. No. Christianity's conversion rates are through the floor. However, Islam, alhamdulillah, there is a net increase. It's not a huge net increase, but there is a net increase from conversion. In other words, there are more people converting to Islam than people leaving Islam. And yes, there are people who leave Islam. No one's denying that. There are people out there who leave the fold of Islam. That happens for good and bad reasons. Well, okay, all bad reasons in my opinion, but that's a different conversation altogether. But regardless, the number of people converting to Islam is more than the people leaving Islam. Whereas Christianity, there is a huge net decrease from the Pew Research. I think it said, was it 8 million or 9 million? I forget. That means there are 8 to 9 million people leaving more people leaving Christianity every year than there are people joining Christianity, right? But the people leaving Christianity is much more than 9 million. But at the same time, there are a lot of people converting to Christianity, obviously. But the net is still a decrease. There are 9 million more people leaving than converting. So Christianity is losing from birth rates and from conversion rates. In fact, if Christians are losing 9 million a year to conversion rates and Muslims are gaining 500,000, that means Christians are doing negative 18 times as good as Muslims. Negative 18. Right? Because we're going 500,000 up, they're going 9 million down. So so this number here is negative 18 times this number. So yeah, man, it's absolute hilarious. Not converts, just birth rates. Okay, well, I mean, Jerusalem. Mind you, 900 million people left Islam, and no one in the world noticed but you. So I mean. I'd have to take what you say very seriously. Good loss of yeah, man. I'm not even thinking that deep. Okay, is it they're going to poor countries? Are they deceiving people? I'm not even going into that detail. I have no issue saying, yeah. Adi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
You ready to laugh?
Oh
So,
my god. Let's
so
hear
my,
it.
so
Oh my god.
so 900 imaginary Muslims left Islam, but we're performing taqiyya. Okay. Well, how about this? How about this, Jerusalem? How about this, JJ? I'm gonna call him JJ. Hey, JJ, how about this? How about you come on up like a good little boy and give us the evidence that here. Let me actually post the link one more time. I want JJ to come up here and give us the evidence where it says that 900 million people, Muslims, half the Muslim population left Islam. Yeah, I want to see it. I'd love to. I'm sure Abby would love to see it too. I mean, hell, I'm sure most people here have probably never heard of it.
Almost definitely. I mean, it's not like this. It's like the same video when hey, you watched you remember the video with Jay Smith how he went to this African country disguised as
No. Look, he corrected himself. 899 million.
You know what? My bad. That makes a big difference, right?
Okay, that sounds okay. That makes much more sense. 49.9% of the Muslims left Islam. No one noticed. Yeah, how about JJ? No one's making you, but I'm gonna make you leave. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna boot you out of here if you keep BSing in the live chat, dropping claims you can't support. And then when I invite you up, you say, "Nah, I'm good," but I'm gonna keep BSing. Sorry.
No, I don't even think he takes himself seriously. I really do. I actually think he's trolling now because when he says, "Oh my bad," I think he's a troll. So honestly, I wouldn't pay him any mind.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put you in timeout right now, JJ. Let you put you in the timeout chair, like a good little boy. You can think about it, think about your life for a few minutes, for 5 minutes actually, and you can come back if you'd like to join the panel and give us your evidence. Feel free. If you want to talk out of your ass, okay, well then I'm just gonna boot you from the what do you call it, from the live chat. Sorry, from the YouTube. Like, guys, excuse my language. Sorry, but I'm sorry. He probably Fatima. He probably is drunk. I mean, after all, in his drunken state, he witnessed half the Muslim population leave Islam, and no one noticed. So, if that's true, half the Muslim population and no one noticed. I mean, there must have been like some.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel the effects of the snap right now. My body is starting to disappear. Oh my god. I think I'm chosen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, now, yo, Ramsey, come by Snake Juice's live stream tomorrow. Inshallah, we're gonna be live around this time. Who's Snake Juice? It sounds familiar. Snake Juice. I've heard that before somewhere. I just don't remember. Could you remind me? Could you jog my memory a bit? TPO. Snake Juice. I've heard that somewhere. Was that from TikTok or YouTube though? Yeah, help me out. I'd appreciate it. Yep. Example of drugs are bad. 100%. Let me see here. Well, okay, that was funny. That was hilarious. I didn't see that coming. By the way, guys, just so you guys know, I didn't pay JJ to say that. I don't pay these trolls to come on to give us entertainment. I mean, to be honest, you couldn't pay me to say something that stupid. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, he's okay. He's usually in EA down. He said Darrell as one of the commenters. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think I was on stream one time and I saw him on stream, but it was more than a week ago, probably though. But because that's the last time I was on stream with them. But yeah, if you could, what's the name of the channel actually? If you could, TPO, if you could leave the name of the channel, or is it just Snake Juice? I don't know if it's just Snake Juice. If you can leave the name of the channel, then yeah, I might tune in. I might join the panel if they allow people. Yeah, good point. Yeah, you pay for trolls too. You pay for trolls to come on here, but you won't pay for TikTok followers. No, man. Look. I'm assuring you guys, I don't pay these trolls to come on and embarrass themselves. I mean, to be honest, I can't think of any other motive why someone would be that like willing to do that, you know, unless I was getting paid a lot. You'd have to pay me a lot to act that stupid. In fact, I don't know how much you'd have to pay me, but my what do you call it? Yeah, that's you can't put a price on you can't pay me to act in that way. It's just, you know, I'm not. You'd have to be really desperate to take that. All right. Well, you know what? I think. Oh, by the way, guys, just so you guys know, tomorrow, inshallah, I was gonna do it today, but I chose not to for certain reasons. Somebody, a very good friend of mine, actually sent me some foreign snacks, some foreign chips, right, from outside the U.S. I think some from Canada. I think there was even one from Thailand, and I think from Europe as well. Or maybe, I could be wrong, but basically, somebody sent me some snacks, some foreign snacks. I'm going to be doing. I'm not doing it today for a certain reason. I can't. I'm not going to get into. But inshallah, tomorrow, if Allah allows it, I will be. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to something, maybe a debate, maybe something. But at the same time, I'm also going to be doing a international chips haul. Do they call that? I don't know if they call it. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm just going to be rating those. I guess, have a little fun with you guys. Chips are best to eat fresh. No, they are. But I mean, it's like they're in a bag though. And by the way, Psychor, I thought you were. I mean, don't they call them crisps where you're at? I don't know. Why are they sending over the post? Well, they're sending over the post because they don't exactly live next door. So I gotta. Now, believe me, if I knew they had a stash of foreign chips and they were down the street, I'd be knocking on their door every day. But they don't live next door. They live a ways away. So but they were so nice and kind enough to send me those because some people are just that kind. This person, by the way, is one of the people who inspired me very, very much throughout my journey, through my Dawah journey. Yeah. I know you mean crisps. Yeah, actually, I'm actually curious, Psychor. Would they consider okay, I know you consider potato chips crisps, right? My question is, what about things like do they actually, I don't know if they have, do they have Doritos in the UK? I don't know. But basically, let's say there's chips that aren't made of potato. They're not potato chips, but we still call them chips, right? So for example, I mean, I don't eat Takis, but Takis, I don't know. Do they have them in the UK? I would think they do. Maybe not. But Takis, would you guys consider those crisps or do you call those chips as well? I'm sorry, do you call those chips or do they call them crisps?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they'll be crisps because, yeah, I think crisp chips. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not from the UK. I think they're more like the French, seem like French fries a little bit. That soft interior.
Oh wow, they don't have Takis. You believe that? I mean, it's no big deal. I don't eat Takis, but damn, I know a lot of people who'd be really.
No. It is a big deal. You guys try Takis are amazing.
I used to be addicted to Takis. I literally had to, when I was like 12, had to go to Palestine for 2 months to like force myself to stop eating them. That was the only reason I stopped eating them. If I had never gone to, if I wasn't able to leave I had to literally leave the country for 2 straight months to rehabilitate myself from Takis because that's how much I love them.
Dude, they are so good, and they're the only chips where it's not 60% oxygen, air inside the bag. There's a lot of chips in there.
You know what? I do recall that. That is true. You get your money's worth. I will say this though. But I guess, Psychor, my question is, basically, would you consider because Adi, like Takis aren't potato chips. They're not considered potato chips, right? So
they're not. Oh wow.
Are they? They're not made of potato. Are they?
I have no idea.
I mean, Lay's are obviously potato chips, obviously, but I don't know. But not all chips are Doritos. Are Doritos considered potato? No, right? I don't think so. Are they?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I have no idea about this.
Yeah, but we still call Doritos chips, obviously. So then I guess I mean I don't know if they have Doritos in the UK, but then my question is, Psychor, so would they, if a chip is not necessarily made of or if a crisp or chip, you get what I'm saying? If it's not made of potatoes per se, what would you call it? Would you still call it a crisp or would you call it chips or what happens then? Because they don't have Takis. I'm trying to think of some other chips. Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos. Oh, do you guys have Cheetos? What about Cheetos? I don't know if they have Cheetos. He's coming on. He's coming to tell us. Here we go. Yalla. Assalamu alaikum, Slaikor. Enlighten us.
So
Wa
it
alaikum
should
salam.
be quite clear. Generally, we don't have Takis, but we have these American stores that do sell Takis, but quite a few of them seem to be a front for illegal activities. Yeah.
Sounds about right. American sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I've seen some people have Takis before. They have. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have an original flavor of Takis here. They have the other weird flavors.
Like the blue ones.
Doritos are in the crisp section in the supermarket, pretty much.
Crisps. So you call Doritos crisps?
So most people would consider them crisps.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Aha! I was right.
All right. Interesting.
Some might just call them nachos if they want to differentiate between the two.
Nachos.
Yeah, but that's not really. Generally, we just call it crisps.
Okay. All right. That's still bad.
And,
that makes sense.
Maybe they can call us spicy nachos or something. Or how about processed not something like that?
Spicy triangles. That's what they call.
I mean,
Try.
it's anything that's crisp-like would be called crisp, I guess.
Okay.
It's like you guys have soda and pop. We just call all of them fizzy drinks, basically.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, where do they actually? Ali, I gotta ask you. On the East Coast, do they call it soda? Or do they call it a pop?
It depends on where you are. Like if you lived in Tennessee, in states like Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, Georgia, around the southern areas, it's definitely called pop. However, over here, because I stay in the DMV area, we call it soda.
Yeah, here same thing. California soda. We never use the word pop. We do know what that means. If you say that, I mean, at least I know what that means. Most people, I think, would know what that means. But soda. Can I have a? My mom's always go get the soda, go get the Pepsi, whatever. We never said pop. Never heard someone say pop at school. Whenever they ask us, so when was the last time you had soda? They never said pop. Never heard that before growing up. But the issue also soft drink. Also another thing, soft drink. So, did they say that? It was like
we do use soft drink here, but generally soft drink is not just linked to fizzy drinks. I believe it's any drink that can be. I guess soft drink is opposite of alcoholic drinks.
So is water
the name
considered
soft
a soft drink?
And hard?
So is water considered a soft drink?
You know what? It reminds me of something my uncle said that really made me. I don't like. This man told me this man asked me if I wanted juice one time. I said, yeah, sure. So he asked me which juice. I said, just surprise me, any juice, I don't mind. This man went to the store and brought me water, and he came back and said, look, I bought you some juice. So what the heck is this? Dude, this is water. No, this is juice. This is H2O juice. I'm like, oh my god.
H2O.
You sure he wasn't just being
No. I call you know what? I do call water sometimes sky juice or earth juice.
Don't even. Just don't.
Yeah.
I'm still bitter about
That
that.
would be cloud
Like
juice, isn't
tea,
it?
like sometimes to mess with the British people, I call tea leaf juice. But even Americans hate it when I say that. So you know what? That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too, actually. That does not sound right. Don't leaf juice. Come on now.
What about bean juice? Coffee? No?
That one, actually, I understand that one. That one, I
I
don't
don't
mind.
call it bean juice,
You don't get leaf
considering
juice?
that we
The
like
leaf
to
juice
have
is a
baked
juice.
beans in the UK.
Put with leaves in it. No? Hot leaf juice. No? Or iced leaf juice. Iced tea?
Did you get that from Avatar?
No.
Hot leaf juice. I could have sworn they said that in that show. Well, hey, never mind.
I did. Okay, I did. You got me. I was with
I knew it, bro. That's my favorite show of all time. So I would know if you got a reference from that
Okay,
show.
so I think we've gone too far, as TPO has made it clear. We've gone way too far. All right, you know what? That's cool. You guys, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to keep anything you guys want to respond to? Any videos? Any streams? Any debates? Or do you guys want to call it a night? What do you guys want to do? I'm off tonight. Okay, I'm supposed to be at work right now, loading a godforsaken trailer full of godforsaken whatever the hell people want to order on FedEx. So, what do you call it? So, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to do?
I wouldn't mind because actually, even though it's past, it's almost midnight here. I wouldn't set mind going through more reaction videos and either react
It's 4 a.m.
either
Don't complain.
either reaction videos or maybe responding to false Islam claims because it's about time we it's about time we basically empower or give give more knowledge to people because anytime because some of the common Christian arguments are arguments that Muslims Christians say outside of here, so it's just a matter of just responding to it for anybody who may not know.
I actually saw a video literally less than 2 hours ago while I was procrastinating typing my essay. Right. Was it less than 2 hours? I don't know. Within the last few hours. Basically, you guys know Detective O'Will, right? You guys heard that channel?
So what?
Have you heard of the channel Detective O'Will? Here, let me share it 1 second.
Yeah.
It's this channel. Wait, hold up.
He's not been around for quite recently.
Yeah, he hasn't posted in like 2 months, but he has some good content. So basically, he where's the video? You can see the kind of okay. Let me try to find Christian Missionary gets run from. Oh, he actually responded to some of the videos I responded to. But let me try to find the video that I saw. I swear it was on this channel. Yeah, it was. There's one in particular I loved because it was against both Jay Smith and Al Fadi. Here we go. Okay, so basically, this is a stream. This was a video. This was a live stream actually that Jay Smith and Al Fadi. Mind you, guys, Al Fadi claims he's an ex-Muslim. I believe he claims he's from Saudi Arabia. He's a Christian, claims to be an ex-Muslim, and basically, he's like worshipped by Jay Smith and these other people because of he knows Arabic, and so what happens is Detective O'Will here, he kind of calls him out on some very shady tactics of basically trying to make Islam look like trying to make the Quran look less reliable. Like the steps that they'll take, it's so clear how far they'll go out of their way to just watch.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, inshallah, I will show you what happened when I confronted Jay Smith on his claim that the 10 readers didn't live in the 7th century.
None of these guys were living at the time of Muhammad. None of these guys were writing at the time of Muhammad. None of these Qurans existed in the 7th century. They only begin to appear in the mid-8th century and up until the 9th century.
In August 19, Jay Smith was in a live stream with Al Fadi. They were, as usual, spreading their ignorance to their followers. The show was titled Live Stream with Al Fadi Debunking the 30 Qurans. I was actively participating in the chat room and literally confronted Jay Smith on his claim. Let's see what happened.
Qurans that have been in existence since the 8th century. Notice I'm not saying 7th century because they only begin to appear.
Follow the evidence.
Yeah, you just follow
the evidence.
This is the first of all of them. This is the first.
I want to emphasize
736.
Let's address this point first. Here Jay Smith claims that the earliest reader was Ibn Amr. He said 736. In the previous video, I've exposed Jay's deception and showed you how he used the date of the death.
Enjoy the ride, my dude.
I hate when that happens, man. Freaking commercials. There we go.
Yeah.
showed you how he used the date of the death of the readers in order to push them away from the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And this is just one example. He said here that Ibn Amir was the first one in 736. Ibn Amir actually died in 736. I wanted to expose Jay's ignorance to his followers in the chat.
So just the first thing, basically, what they're talking about is the reciters of I believe the different qira'at, if I'm not mistaken. And the funny thing is, what Jay Smith did was he was saying all these qira'at, they come from the 10th. Sorry, they come from the 8th century, not the 7th century, not the same century of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But what Detective Will exposed was he was using conveniently the dates of their deaths. He was to try to push them back as far as possible. He said, "Oh, this guy from 736," but then Ibn so if here look. Basically, this Jay Smith would be like, we have Ibn Amr from 736. We have Ibn Kathir from 737. He read all these out. We have Abu Amr from 770. These are the dates of the deaths of these individuals, right? Obviously, these people didn't do their work the day they died, right? Now, these people existed, not all of them, but some of them did do their works, did actually recite the Quran in the 7th century, right? They did. They 100% did. We have chains of transmission that go back to these people and through all these people, and some of them, not all of them, some of them did learn in the 7th century. So the claim that he's going to go into the names, but basically what Jay Smith does, he conveniently only uses the days, the year, that they die to push them as far back as possible, again, to try his best to make the Quran look unreliable. It's a very shady tactic, but it's a very subtle tactic. Most people wouldn't notice. Let's continue.
In 736, I wanted to expose Jay's ignorance to his followers in the chat room. So I asked this question. How do you know that Ibn Amir is before Abu Ja'far?
And also another thing, what he then claims is Ibn Amir. So if you guys go back to that chart, notice it says Ibn Amir at the very top one right here. It says Ibn Amir died 736. And so Jay Smith makes the claim that Ibn Amir was the first of all these people because he's the one who died the earliest. Now, that's a completely idiotic connection to make. Well, this person died a couple years before this person. Therefore, he did his work prior to that. That doesn't make any sense. And he'll give an example to prove why. Watch.
Ibn Amir actually died in 736. I wanted to expose Jay's ignorance to his followers in the chat room. So I asked this question. How do you know that Ibn Amir is before Abu Ja'far? Let's see how Jay is going to answer this question.
To exist. Here is our Muslim friend again is saying, how do we know that Ibn Amir was before Abu Ja'far?
Well, what is the date for Abu Ja'far?
Yeah, you see, they don't do their homework.
Abu Ja'far is 748.
Right?
Ibn Amir is 736. Now, just look at the math.
Exactly.
Which comes first, 736 or 748? Well, then he's asking, how do we know which is earlier? If he didn't know the difference between 748 and 736, which comes first, then it's obviously he doesn't know his mathematics.
Absolutely.
Well, he took the bait, didn't he? In order to prove that Ibn Amir was before Abu Ja'far, he compared the date of death of Ibn Amir with the date of death of Abu Ja'far. Ibn Amir died in 736. Abu Ja'far died in 747. Therefore, Ibn Amir is before Abu Ja'far. Now, I know very well that Ibn Amir was before Abu Ja'far because Ibn Amir is 15 years older than Abu Ja'far. Not because he died before Abu Ja'far. According to Jay.
So notice when you actually use the date of when you see the date of their birth, it's very clear these guys lived and, were grown people in the 7th century, right? This guy, Ibn Amr, born 641. That means I forget what exact year they said he died, but if he lived up until the year 700, that means he would have been 59 years old, right? So he lived majority of his life in the 7th century, but obviously they don't want to show that. They'll show Like I'll give you an example. My grandfather, he's close to the age of 80, right? Now, imagine if they were to say, Ramsey's grandfather, he dates to the 21st century. Be like, he lived most of his life in the 20th century, right? He lived the overwhelming majority of his life in the 20th century, right? But then they say no, but he dates to, let's God forbid, God forbid he was to pass away this year. They would say, oh look, he dates to 2022. Be like, he lived most of his life in the century prior. You see, notice how very subtle tactics like this throw people off. Now, notice, and I'll same thing with Abu Ja'far, 655. That means if he was to live till the year 700, he'd be 45 years old, right? So these people lived the majority of their lives, or at least half their lives, in the 7th century, the first century of Islam. But, obviously that doesn't paint the best picture for Islam, does it? Right? So why would they say that? And he's making the claim, if you guys go back to, if you actually check out what he said before, he compares the date of their deaths and goes, Ibn Ahmad here, he died 736, so therefore he's earlier than Abu Ja'far. Now that makes absolutely no sense. Just because somebody dies prior to you, that doesn't mean he did his work prior to you. No, he'll give an example right now just to prove that.
747. Therefore, Ibn Amr is before Abu Ja'far. Now, I know very well that Ibn Amr was before Abu Ja'far, because Ibn Amr is 15 years older than Abu Ja'far. Not because he died before Abu Ja'far. According to Jay, Ibn Amr is earlier than Abu Ja'far because Ibn Amr died in 736 and Abu Ja'far died in 747. And this is very ridiculous. Let's take an example that most Christians will be familiar with. Nabil Quraishi died in 2017. Ravi Zakaria died in 2020. By Jay's stupid logic, Nabil Quraishi is earlier than Ravi Zakaria. Or we can also say that Nabil Quraishi is earlier than Jay Smith because Nabil Quraishi died in 2017 and Jay Smith is still alive. I mean, how would you react to someone who says Nabil Quraishi is earlier than Ravi Zakaria or Nabil Quraishi is earlier than Jay Smith? Someone who's using people's date of death to decide who's earlier than the other. What would you call that person? All kind of names, right? But Al-Fadi has a slightly different...
The mass. Which
Exactly.
comes first, 736 or 748?
So, Osama, I have a word of advice for you. Your head is in the sand. Use a shovel. Get your head out. Use your brain. It works. Activate it. Go and do your research on yourself. We're not going to do it for you. We're not going to hold your hand, okay? Doesn't work like this over here. You've been doing it probably...
I mean, look, man, if you notice, that was a perfect example, right? What's his name? Nabil Quraishi died before Ravi Zacharias. Would it be fair? Would it be right to say Ravi Zacharias came after Nabil Quraishi? No, Ravi Zacharias was much older than Nabil Quraishi, right? This is absolutely idiotic, man. That's ridiculous, right? So his reasoning is idiotic, and his tactics are shady because, like we said, he's using the dates or the years of death to try to push them back. But obviously, people aren't gonna. Who's gonna look this up? Seriously, who's gonna bother to look this stuff up? They're just not. They're not. Let's carry it. Let's continue.
for all of your life. Wake up from your deep sleep, my friend.
So in this meltdown, Al-Fadi accuses me of not using my brain. I'm the one who's not using my brain because I'm not using the date of death to determine who is earlier than the other. This is quite ironic, to say the least. But don't bother yourself with Al-Fadi's pathetic meltdown. Believe me, it's going to get worse, as you will see later in this video. Because in the chat room, I was making fun of their silly arguments. I was exposing their using the date of death to determine who among the readers was earlier than the other. Let's get going.
But did you notice? Look at the dates. We keep on reminding the dates. Not one of these Qurans is from the 7th century.
Amen.
They are all from the 8th century, 100 years later. All of these are 8th century. None of these are 7th century. Everything that we're looking at comes post 692. So don't trust me. I could be lying. Please, 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 you go up to Wikipedia, put Qira'at, and then just look and see who these Qira'at writers are. Realize that the first 10 go from 736 up until 844. So we're talking about the beginning of the 8th century up until the mid 9th century.
Jay claims that none of the 10 readers lived in the 7th century. And I confronted Jay with this comment. Abu Ja'far ibn Amir Asim ibn Kathir lived in the 7th century. Let's now listen to their response.
Here's Usama, by the way. He's saying Abu Ja'far, Ibn Amir, Asim, Ibn Kathir all lived in the 7th century.
Okay.
Let's now start counting their straw men.
The 7th century, let's look at the dates they died.
I don't know where he gets his information from. Folks, put him on timeout, please, because he needs to go and do his research.
Let's just go through it. Nafi died in 785. Is that the 7th century?
He doesn't even know what 7th century is, actually.
Okay. They may have been born in the 7th century. Were they doing it? In fact, he was born in 689. That means he was 11 years old. Was he doing his work when he was 11 years old?
Irrelevant. I didn't mention Nafi'.
Is he saying that Nafi, Ibn Kathir, Abu Amr, Ibn Amir, Asim, and Hamza, and Qasay all knew the Prophet? Not one of them knew the Prophet.
Irrelevant.
So notice the straw man tactics. Detective OL listed a couple of names, made a claim about those names. The first response they gave, they responded to someone who wasn't in the list of names he gave. The second thing they said in response, nothing to do with the claim he made. He's talking about how they lived in the 7th century. He never made the claim that they met the Prophet. These particular narrators, yes, of course, there's a chain of transmission. These particular narrators don't come directly before the Prophet. There's people in between them, between the Prophet and them. That's not the issue. But the hilarious thing is, it's like, bro, he never made a claim about them meeting the Prophet. They're not. They're narrators. They're the reciters of the Quran. These people didn't meet the Prophet. These people are, I don't know if they're tabi'in or tabi'in, but basically they're a couple generations past, right? So there's a couple of narrators in between the Prophet and them. And obviously, if you want to go, I don't have an isnad example right here, but if we go and find an isnad example, we can find the Prophet, qala this person, qala this person, qala Ibn Amir, qala this, qala Rasulullah. In other words, this narrator said, so for example, was Ibn Amir. Ibn Amir said that this guy said that the Prophet said, right? There's people in between these narrators, and we obviously we have all the people in between. We have all their chains, we have all their biographies, but the issue is these people are this guy's claiming, Jay Smith is claiming that these particular narrators or these reciters, sorry, did not live in the basically didn't live in the 7th century. That their works didn't come from the 7th century. They only came from the 8th century. Not true. They died in the 8th century, right? Just like my grandfather, most likely, may Allah bless him, may Allah give him long life. He's going to die in this century, right? Probably not too long from now, but he lived most of his life in the 20th century. Would it be right to say that my grandfather, I tell you what, one of my grandfathers passed away around the time before, like, I was 5 years old. I'm not going to say exactly, but before I was 5 years old. In other words, he died before the year 2005, right? So does he date to the 21st century? Wa alaikum assalam, Miss Nomad, how are you? So this is absolute idiotic logic. And now that he's calling them out and saying, no, these guys, Ibn Kathir, Ibn Amr, Asim, Abu Ja'far, these guys lived in the 7th century. They lived in the 7th century. And now, first thing he goes, I'm going to think of a name that's not on this list. Next thing he does, I'm going to think of a claim he didn't make. Absolute idiotic strawmans, bro. And only you'd have to be an idiot to not notice these strawmans.
I didn't say they all knew the Prophet.
Remember, Al-Qasai was born in 737. When was Muhammad died? 632.
Watch this.
I hate these advertisements, man.
I can show you how to get the biggest when you
Just
shop
a second.
retail.
I wasn't talking about Al-Ghazai.
Hamza al-Zayyad was born in 696. He was only 4 years old in the 7th century.
Irrelevant. I didn't talk about Hamza al-Zayyat.
Abu Ahmad died in 770. That's the late 8th century.
Irrelevant. I didn't talk about Abu Amr.
The fact that he's trying to say that he knew Muhammad. Listen, that idea that he knew Muhammad was only introduced.
Hold on. Where did he say that? Where did he just make that claim? Come on, man. No, that's
Oh,
not. It's
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm impressed at the deception, the level, and the fact that he's
no, no.
speaking so
It's so
fast.
casual. It's so eloquent. It's so eloquent.
Exactly.
Casual.
It's as if it's almost as if he knows what he's doing, and
No, he does, bro. He does.
yes,
This guy-
exactly. I know, yeah, it's sarcasm, bro. So it's the speed of which he's saying these things, almost as if you like try not to catch every word. Maybe you missed the names, because I don't think people realize that the speed of it is part of the deception. Yeah, exactly. The speed of
experienced liar.
the speed of the speed of his voice, the speed of his words is part of the deception, because it's a blink and you miss it kind of moment. All the names, wait a minute, because if he's saying these names so if he's saying these names so fast, then again you're gonna miss it, and then because the names that he mentioned are not the name are irrelevant, not the names that not the names that they were talking about. But it's a blink and you miss it kind of moment. So I'm just kind of impressed at the speed, at the deception. This man is so used to what he's doing. He's been doing this for so long. It almost as if it's second nature to him now.
Right. Look, man. I mean, yes.
To be
just know
honest,
that.
you
Yes,
see,
you heard us correct. 30 Quran.
Jay Smith doing Taki all the time, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, bro. I mean, it was so like, especially the last one right there, the very last one. You heard? He's like, oh, he's saying he met the prophet. He didn't make that claim. Where did he say that?
Yeah, Jay Smith is the kind of guy who, we all have these kind of friends, and they talk very confidently, but when you know them, they are, BSing all the time. Like they'll say, I did this, did that. And there's always that kind of guy in the friends group. They're very confident when they're saying something, but despite the confidence in their voice, what they said they did not actually happen. And that's Jay Smith.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Produced in the 11th century.
Irrelevant. I didn't say that they knew Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
They come to these shows intentionally just to distract you from the main issue. He knows there's a problem. He's not really oblivious to that. But the way they try to dilute the issue, they come up with claims like this. They're all in the 7th century. They were all witnesses to everything.
Irrelevant. I didn't say they're all in the 7th century. They're all witnessing to everything.
Muslims are still going to make these claims, like he just did, that these are the ones that Muhammad received.
Irrelevant. I didn't say that these are the ones that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam received. I just mentioned 4 names and I said that they lived in the 7th century. Why don't you just address that? Why do you have to throw all these straw men?
Nafi died in 785. Is that Hamza al-Zayyad was born in 696. Al-Qasai was born in 737.
Notice that he read the date of birth of other readers, except those that I mentioned. Remember, I mentioned 4 names: Ibn Amr, Ibn Kathir, Asim, and Abu Ja'far. Why didn't he mention the date of birth of Ibn Amr?
Ali, that goes to show what you said. It's amazing at how quickly he's doing this, how quickly he's lying, how quickly he's intentionally he intentionally didn't read the date of birth of the ones that Detective Will mentioned. He only read the date of birth of others that he didn't mention. And for the ones that Detective Will did mention, he only mentioned the date of death. Why? To push them as far back as possible. It's like, dude, how do you it's like a computer, like a lying computer. How do you compute these lies so quickly? It's like, okay, Detective Will, he mentioned this guy. So all these guys, I'm going to make sure I only mention their deaths. Everyone else mentioned them. It's like, dude, how do you do this so fast?
Exactly. I'll say this too. Again, it's the speed.
Truly
it's the speed and the blink and you miss it kind of, because I'll give you an example. Basically, my language, I speak a language you hear some English words in there. It's partial English. There's some English, there's some French, there's some Spanish, there's some Jamaican patois in there. So typically, it's a Creole, not Creole, but Creole, Krio. So if I speak it, typically the way we speak it lightning fast. However, if we were to slow down the words, like for example, if I told you "Ustem na birthday," what did I just say? You can kind of say, "Wait a minute, you heard birthday, right?"
No.
I repeat, Ustem now your birthday.
Okay, now I heard it.
You heard birthday, right?
Yeah.
That's me slowing it down. But if I speak at 5, what's the night birthday? You didn't hear. You can't pick up which one I said, right?
What?
Exactly. So it's a blink and you miss it kind of moment. The
Wait,
names,
question. Is that actually how they talk? Just like that?
kinda sometimes.
Okay,
No,
y'all are superhuman over there. Huh? Okay, go on.
So it's notice when he's saying those names, he gets faster. He's going through the names so fast, almost as if he knows his deception. He knows his deception.
Bro, it's like he has picture memory. He read Detective Will's quote or his comment. Look, he saw those 5 different names, went to his list, found the names. Okay, for these names that he just listed, I'm gonna I'm gonna read their dates of death. So make sure to push them back. But the dates the names, all the names, okay, but he didn't mention this name, this name, this name, this name, this name. I'm gonna mention their dates of birth because it's fine, because he didn't mention those. It's like, dude, how do you do that so fast? How do you it's like picture memory, like, okay. It's impressive.
I think he's been brought up on this before, so it's like a memorized response, because you can tell he's looked at the names. You can see the names that Detective Will has given, so he's seen the names. So why is he quoting people's names that he hasn't mentioned it? It's because to confuse the people who are listening. The people who are listening, they may not be following the chat properly. They've also kicked out Detective Will, so he cannot actually respond to their point.
No, they will. They will. Watch. They already did. I think. Sorry. Watch this.
And also the people that are listening, they're the ones, obviously the ones that don't really like Islam anyway. So they're not going to be the one, like you guys mentioned. They're not going to be ones that will actually fact check these things. No, they're going to really be the ones to kind of.
They're just there to cheerlead.
Exactly. They're not going to be the ones who wants to notice the fact that he's not necessarily mentioning the names that they're actually talking about. All this, you see, yes, exactly. Like I said, yeah, like he said, what he said, yes, that's all they're really doing.
Just like that, basically. It's like, yeah, they're just there to clap their hands.
Ibn Kathir and Abu Ja'far, because they were born in the mid-7th century. Ibn Amr was born in 641. Ibn Kathir was born in 665. Abu Ja'far was born in 655. So he stared at the paper for a few seconds. Then he decided to pick and choose in order to save himself embarrassment. And to be fair, the only one that he addressed was Asim.
Look at Asim. He was born in 700. That is not the 7th century. And he died in 745.
But even that one, he got it wrong. Jay here relied on the English Wikipedia page of Asim. It says that Asim was born in 700 AD, which is clearly false. Asim was the student of Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami. Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami died in 693. Asim was born during the Caliphate of Muawiyah, which lasted from 661 to 680. Within these 20 years, Asim was born. Jay tried to address Asim because he thought that the information he got from Wikipedia was accurate. Unfortunately for Jay, even Asim lived in the 7th century. Now let's see how Jay would try to shift the goalpost.
I would like any Muslim to give me proof that any of these 7 are doing their work. They may have been born in the last 10 years of the 7th century, but they did not do their work in the 7th century. All of their writings, all of these books start to appear in the 716 up till 805. Up to 805, from 716 up to 805. None of them at all appeared in the 7th century. And
interesting. So the initial claim was none of them was from the 7th century. Not one of them lived in the 7th century. And now he shifted the goalpost into they did not do their work in the 7th century. Well, guess what? Even that is wrong. And I told Jay and Al-Fadi in the chat room that I will provide them with evidence that these people did their work in the 7th century. I repeatedly said that I would provide evidence if they wanted, but they completely ignored me. And finally, Jay decided to address my challenge. Let's listen to this amazing response.
For the first time now, we're throwing it against the Quran, and look what kind of response we're getting. Idiotic responses. using all kinds. I will show you the evidence. No, there's no evidence. Just show me the dates. If you want to show me the evidence, just show me the dates. Because when you look at the dates, you can see all of these are 8th and 9th up until the 10th century.
Did you hear that? My response is idiotic because I'm saying, I will show you the evidence. I made a claim and I said that I would provide the evidence for the claim, but that is idiotic. Rather than challenging me to provide evidence, this is what I got.
Using all kinds. I will show you the evidence. No, there's no evidence. Just show me the dates.
You don't marry the like of your life. You marry.
I'm gonna do this. I gotta get a freaking no advertisement freaking premium. All right, 1 second.
You know, bro, I have a theory. All this, you know, how from driving on the highway to having commercials on our YouTube. What if all this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way of making us more patient?
Oh, where did Adi go? Where'd he go? That's funny. All right, let's continue. I'm just kidding.
Dude, honestly, I don't know, but the thing is, this is literally what I try to convince myself to keep myself from losing my mind.
Yeah. Let's the video's almost over, but yeah, that is quite hilarious. So straw man arguments, so basically they shady tactics, only using the dates of the deaths, straw man arguments, responding to arguments he never made, and then when he offers to provide evidence, he's offering to provide evidence. No, there is no evidence. Okay, man. I mean, like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing.
The claim, you denied my claim. I said I will provide evidence. Your response is, no, there is no evidence. Just show me the dates. It is extremely disappointing that many Christians, thousands of Christians, treat these two individuals as some sort of experts. These two who call providing evidence as idiotic response. Subhanallah. But anyways, let me provide the evidence that I was talking about. The evidence that these readers were doing their work in the 7th century. As for Ibn Amr, he became the main reciter of the Quran in Sham after the death of Abu Darda, the companion of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And Abu Darda died in 652, which means Ibn Amr became the teacher of the Quran in Sham in 652. That's the mid-7th century. Now let's go to Abu Ja'far. Abu Ja'far
Mid-7th century. There you go. Go on.
Became the Sheikh of Qira'ah in Medina before the Battle of Harra. And the Battle of Harra took place in 683 AD. So before 683 AD, Abu Ja'far was already the Sheikh of Qira'ah, the Imam of Qira'ah in Medina, which means he did his work in the 7th century. Next is Asim. Asim became the main reciter in Kufa after the death of Abu Abdurrahman. And Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami died in 693. So immediately after the death of Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami, Asim became the teacher of Kufa, which means he did his work in 693. That's the 7th century. So every claim I made, I backed it with evidence. And that ends our video. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's end it with this epic meltdown.
Osama Yamani, also known as Nobody, that tells you he doesn't listen to anything you're saying.
My goodness, I'm not.
Well, I hope our friend just know the difference between 7th century.
Rather than waste time on these kind
moderators, please block this person right away. Thank you. Go ahead.
I've been a speaker for
Osama
25
Yamani.
years.
That's the one we're blocking. Go ahead. Moderators, it's Osama Osama Yamani. That's the person we're talking about. Right. By the way, Osama is on your stream, so you may want to have to deal with him.
Alive with the.
It's like, get this guy out of our hair. Get him out. Hurry him. It's like, oh, that was funny. Alaikum assalam. What looked well? I know I butchered that, but it's fine. But yeah, man, that was funny. Here's the thing. Those kind of shady tactics can very easily slip the mind, can very easily slip the audience, especially an audience like theirs. I mean, look, see, sometimes you gotta take your glasses, clean them off a little bit, your fake blue light glasses that don't even really block out a lot of blue light. Put them on, and then realize they don't do anything. And then you have to clear your judgment. I don't know what the hell that was. And you have to realize, look, you have to pay attention. The dates they're giving, the evidence they're giving, the methodology they're using. They're saying all these guys came very late. When you look at the evidence, what dates are they using? Are they using the dates of birth? The dates they did their work? No, they're using the dates of their deaths. Why? To push them back as far as possible. When they're confronted directly, hold on, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, they all lived in the 7th century, and they spent most of their lives in the 7th century. You got to notice, what do they do after that? Do they address the argument about those 3 or 4 names? Nope. They start mentioning other names. But you got to pay attention, right? Oh, when they start mentioning this guy was born this day, this guy was born that, oh, he's mentioning dates of birth. But wait, is he talking about the 4 names that Detective Will just mentioned? No, he's mentioning other names, right? So wait, when he talks about these 4 names Detective Will mentioned, what dates he? Oh, he's using the date of their deaths instead of their birth. But with the others, he's using the dates of their birth. You see, you have to pick all these details. Don't be so trustworthy, brothers and sisters, of people like this. Do not be trustworthy. When you hear people criticizing Islam, just to be clear, I'm not saying if someone's criticizing Islam, that makes them a liar. I'm not saying that. But if someone's going to criticize Islam, don't just take what he says just at face value. You are allowed to look into it. You are allowed to listen carefully and scrutinize it academically. All right? All right? So, but obviously the audience that they have isn't that kind of audience, right? If Detective Will said Sam, Fred, Jerry, and Harry, and then Jay said Ted, Arnold, Philip, and Max, right? The audience wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, it wouldn't occur to them. Oh yeah, the guy he just used 4 completely different names. Change the names, change the dates, all these things. They wouldn't notice. They just like hearing the sound of people standing confidently, with their head held high, with their fake credentials. Islam is false. Your religion is false for this reason. Well, you see, these people, this idea, like a confident, loud voice is what people like to hear. You can say anything you'd like. You can literally say anything. Clearly, from the video, you can tell. You can say and utter and argue anything you'd like, whatever response you
sounds like it.
As long as you sound confident in your voice. Oh, look at this guy. We got a guy. Listen, Osama, your head's in the sand. Get your head out the sand. Like, when you speak with confidence, unfortunately, that's enough for a lot of people to feel confident. Oh, yeah. They're speaking confident. They look confident. Okay.
I remember my my Algebra 2 teacher actually taught me this last lesson. He called on me to answer a pretty difficult question that I'm not so sure I knew the answer to. I got up and he asked me the answer. I said the question as if it was like, is the answer this? Because I wasn't sure. And the teacher looked at me and then he said, you're incorrect. Sit down. So I sat back down and he did the answer himself. And then the answer was the same thing I said. And when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I was right. And then I said, hey, wait a minute, I said that answer. He said, no, you didn't. You asked me the answer. You didn't say it. And then I said, wait, what? That was the answer though. He said, yeah, but you weren't confident with it. Next time, no matter what you say in life, even if you're wrong, be confident. And that's what he told me. People, even when you're right, if you don't say it in a confident way, people will not believe you. And this goes the opposite way too.
Yeah, if you say it with confidence, they'll believe anything you say. Anything. It's quite idiotic, man. Absolutely idiotic. You know what? See, the only thing I've just been munching on. I don't know what you guys have been munching on, but I've been munching on what my mom did. I think it was my mom or my sisters. They got one of these and they filled it with a bunch of like mini chocolate bites and peanut brittle. What the hell? Really, man? Okay, just like that.
Don't judge me.
All right. Judge me, bro. I mean, I'm having Milky Way. I'm having Musketeers, and there were even some Twix in here, but I finished those.
I heard the Milky Way in America is different from the Milky Way we have over in the UK.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But I've basically throughout the stream I've kind of gone through them all because I mean the idiotic claims, the idiotic responses. Yeah, you know what? There you go. A free naturalist. I do have to. I'll agree with you there. Never answer with confidence unless it's an objective fact, or if it's maybe not objective fact. If it's something you can provide evidence for, it's something you actually, if it's something you're familiar with, right? If it's a topic you're familiar with. Obviously, these bozos aren't familiar with anything. I mean, obviously the people on TikTok, like I said. By the way, guys, if you guys just showed up to the stream. Follow Dawa Verdunia on TikTok. Right now we are at, let's see, we are at 253 followers, 3,819 likes, and the current the current TikTok I uploaded a couple hours ago was at just over 1,000 views. I did that. So. Wa alaikum assalam. Everything Android. Yeah, and that's a terrible name. No offense. Android sucks. Go iPhone.
Wait. What?
You heard me, Adi. You heard me. You heard me.
The blasphemy you just spewed, bro. Team Android for life.
No, man. Like freaking iPhone all the way. It's. Although what's funny though? What's funny? You ever grow up going to the Apple store, and be like, Dad, I thought I started going to the Apple store. This place sells computers. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you ever go through that as a kid?
I didn't go for that, but what I did go for was the fact that Apple's a computer. Does that mean they have a pear computer or a grape computer?
Yeah. I want a grape computer.
Your dad's been taking you to the Apple store. Apple stores didn't exist when I was a kid.
Yeah. All right, man. Welcome to the 21st century. I'm sorry to call you out like that, but it's like, hey, man, look, I'm yet to find an Apple store that actually sells apples, right? As like all the Apple stores I go to sell computers, and they taste awful, right? So I don't know. I think you know what, guys. You wanna what? What's up?
The drum beat.
Let me actually here. I'll find maybe one more video for us to respond to, but this is a more of a after going through some BS with Jay Smith and Al Fadi. Let's watch some. Here, I saw this before. Something from Ira. Hold up. Just a moment. Oh boy. Is that? Oh, this isn't the right one. Give me a second. Just a moment, folks. Aha, here it is. Okay. All right. Here we go. Anyone who's Muslim, who's grown up in the West, who's ever had to pray in public can relate to this.
I hope no one comes in here.
Needs the toilet.
What are you doing? I'm just doing voodoo. Voodoo? What, like magic? Didn't know you're into that. There's no need to be embarrassed. Discover how you can speak about Islam with confidence by following IERA's free online step-by-step course. To register, visit.
I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I go through this every single. Well, not this. Like I don't get caught, but I have that. I'm like looking over my shoulder, like almost every other night when I'm at work and I have to make wudu, and the sinks there suck, by the way. I have I'm constantly like, just hurry up, come on, hurry up, get my foot out the sink, just hurry up. I'm just gonna put my foot in the sink, and I'm gonna just really quick, really, you know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Oh my God. I remember one time I was doing wudu. I was doing wudu on my college campus. I went to the bathroom and I'm in the sink. I'm going to the process. I'm making wudu and everything. This one dude comes in. He uses the sink, and he's just looking at me the entire time, wondering what the heck I'm doing. And I'm currently going through the process. And this man, when I say he's looking at me, he's not even trying to make it. Trying to hide it. He's just legitimately got full shoulders, full eye contact, looking right at me. And after I'm done, he just looks at me, and I look at him, and I said, "Hey." He's like, "Hi, what you doing there? You didn't shower?" I said, "No, I'm Muslim." He's like, "Oh, you're Muslim? Okay, I thought you were trying to clean yourself." Well, I was, but okay. Well, I thought because he said he's basically saying he thought I was trying to make up by taking a shower. He thought I was actually washing myself. So he was only just trying to look at me.
You're gonna put every other limb, and you're gonna put every other limb and every other inch of your body under that sink, under the faucet. Be like everything. No, man.
No, but it was that awkward moment where he for like 10 seconds. He and I just looked at each other, not a single word until I just said, "Hey."
Be like, "So, what's up?"
Yeah. I was waiting because the first thing I want to say is, "Why are you looking at me?" But then I just say, "You know what?
It's like,
hi,
man,
what's up?"
I was like, let's be honest, man. You've caught me doing weirder things. Come on. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. You know what? With that, I'm gonna end it on a high note. I do have to go. Actually, I gotta go eat. Actually with my family. I'll catch you guys later, inshallah. Hope you guys enjoy Psycore. Adi, I appreciate you guys joining me on chill stream. Inshallah, I'll be doing another stream like this tomorrow, where I'll be going through some respected foreign snacks, or at the same time we're doing I'll probably be reviewing a debate, like an actual legitimate debate. Like we'll see which one exactly, inshallah. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'll message me. Psycore, Adi, catch you guys later, inshallah. Do you guys have any last words?
I
would just say, wa alaikum salam. I would just say follow Dawa over Dunya on TikTok and on YouTube. So that's it.
I couldn't have said it better myself. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok and on Dawa over Dunya, what the hell if you already have TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, stay off TikTok. If you have TikTok, damage is done. Follow Dawa over Dunya. If you're on YouTube, which you obviously are because you're watching this, then subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Adi, good seeing you, man. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
All right, brothers and sisters, that was amazing. But barakallah fikum. I'm sorry that we've been absent the last 2 weeks. Again, stuff came up last week, important stuff, but I couldn't stream. Inshallah, be streaming again tomorrow, so be sure to look out for that. Catch you guys later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.